The apostle has given us the word. Now we are doing the ministry. We're going to do quite a number of ordinations here tonight. And I must appreciate you all for making it to such an important function of the ministry. Every organization has a process. Our process is very simple. The apostle has already outlined the scriptural basis. We only confirm what God has already done to you. He's the one who calls. Our job is to recognize that calling. So this function tonight, it's a recognition of the calling in your life. Once we recognize it, we are formally creating a platform for you to serve with that gift. So the embassy is saying, here is a platform, here is a home, here is a house within which you can serve with that gift. So a session like this is basically a recognition and formally creating the platform to release a person and say, we recognize what God has done. We now say, get into this platform and serve. We will have a number of categories, apostle, that I will invite here today. The way we do it, from a leadership point of view, I bring in the people to the fatherly apostle, whether it's a recognition, whether it's an ordination. That's our process. The local centers are the ones who identify people. The local center pastor identifies a person in their local center, and they recommend that person through the structures. Then once a year in this forum, we do the formal thing that we're doing today. I was also seeing, apostle, their names you will not know. That means the work is growing. Their faces you would not have seen. That means the work is growing. The first group of people that we want to bring before you, apostle, are people that have chosen to connect. Oh, yeah, yes. You guys, you are so, wow. My goodness. I will also one day borrow one of these suits in the shop and use it. Apostle, there is a group of leaders who have decided to connect with the Kingdom Embassy Fraternal. The Kingdom Embassy as an organization has created a fraternal, the Kingdom Standards Association, a fraternal where like visionaries come together and say we want to be part of the fraternal, even though their churches may stand with a different name. When they come under the fraternal, they keep the name of their church, but they work with the embassy. So tonight, apostle, as we enter this new season, I want us to acknowledge, I will bring people that are acknowledging the connection. We are acknowledging the covenanting with them, who are covenanting with the embassy and say, we are visionaries on our own right. God has given us a vision. We've started ministry. We're doing ministry. But in terms of a covenant, we want to come under the Kingdom Embassy Fraternal. They have been very consistent. The people I will bring to you, you've seen them for many years. They've been consistent, whether we're here, whether in Pretoria. Sometimes they've been consistent wherever we've been invited. We want today the church just to acknowledge them as people who have said, we are with you. I was speaking to one of them and said, maybe one day things can even change differently. But today is an acknowledgement that they are part of the fraternal. I would like to invite, first, I'll call all three of them. They will come. Apostle Musa Mabuza from the Kingdom Life Ministries. Just climb the stage. Your spouse is not around, eh? Your spouse is not around today. I will invite all three of them. Then I will invite Pastor Zwelihle Nkosi from God's Kingdom Church in KwaZulu-Natal. Just hold her hand as she climbs. It's a very difficult. Then I will invite Nthandvo Yenkosi Simelane from the Mountain of Change. Pastor Melane from the Mountain of Change. Smelane, you have an interesting but very long name. I hope I did call it right. Again, let me just repeat. Babe Mabuza is from the Kingdom Life Ministries here in Eswatini. Babe Nkosi is from the God's Kingdom Church in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal. And Babe Smelane is from the Mountain of Change here in Eswatini. I would ask you to turn. Apostle, I present to you covenant sons who are in the fraternal, even though they operate in a different role. For acknowledgement.
Julie, on behalf of the organization, and by the grace of God, we acknowledge the divine connection with you, servants of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
They are part of the family. Let's put hands again to them. We have explained very much about how this is organized. Not that we want to invite you if you are a visionary, you've started a church, but only do it if you sense that God says connect with the people. Thank you so much. They are covenant sons, as I said, Apostle, for the family. I want to move to the next category of recognition. Today, Apostle, I will invite the following people to come before. Pastor Marcus Ngwane. Okay, let me do this. Let me ask this, because now they come as a group. Allow me to call all the names, then you receive them. Pastor Pila Mabuza, no hands yet, just he will come. And if you have a spouse, come with your spouse, because this is the pastor's session. Pastor Pila Mabuza, Pastor Muzi Mangwe, Pastor Nati Maseko, Pastor Israel Simelane, Pastor Sizwe Maseko, Pastor Nkosi Ngipile Hlachwayo, Pastor Monica Dlamini. I will try to see if you are all here. Now that you're with your spouses, I can't tell whether you're all here. Who's here whom I didn't call? So let's receive them. We are formally taking a new step, Apostle, from the office of the leadership apostle, which I lead, where I've signed with these pastors a covenant agreement as a pastor of a local